It's the late 18th century, the heart of the classical era in music. The world is buzzing with change. The age of enlightenment is challenging the status quo, fostering a culture of intellectual curiosity and revolutionary ideas. Amid this social and political upheaval, music serves as a universal language, bridging gaps and soothing souls. In Vienna, a city pulsating with the rhythm of 1,000 compositions, a certain prodigious composer is making his mark. Enter Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, a name that would soon be etched in the annals of music history. Mozart, with his genius and creativity, is not just a composer, he's a beacon of the era, his melodies reflecting the zeitgeist of his time. Music in this era isn't a mere pastime, it's a lifeline, a form of expression, a mirror reflecting society's triumphs and tribulations. And Mozart, with his symphonies and sonatas, is at the helm of this musical revolution. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into the world of Mozart and his students. Imagine a young boy, barely 5 years old, already astonishing the world with his musical genius. This is the story of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, born in Salzburg, a city echoing with the sounds of music and art. Even as a toddler, Mozart had an uncanny ear for music. His father, Leopold, a skilled musician himself, recognized this extraordinary talent and began to teach his young son the nuances of the harpsichord and violin. By the tender age of 5, Mozart was already composing small pieces of music, a feat that left those around him in awe. What set him apart wasn't just his ability to play music, but his deep understanding of complex musical theories that even adults struggled with. This, coupled with a burning passion for music, made Mozart a prodigy in the truest sense. This child prodigy, Mozart, would grow to be one of the greatest composers of all time. Mozart, now an accomplished composer, found himself in the role of a teacher. But his teaching style was far from ordinary. Picture, if you will, a man who saw music not just as a series of notes on a page, but as a living, breathing entity. Mozart's approach to teaching was akin to his approach to composing, innovative, challenging, and above all, engaging. He treated his students as equals. There was no hierarchy in Mozart's classroom. Everyone was a contributor, a vital cog in the wheel of musical exploration. He encouraged them to think, not just play, to question, not just accept. His teaching methods were revolutionary for his time, but today we see them as the foundation of modern music education. Mozart was also known for his wit and humor. He wasn't a stern, stoic teacher, but rather he was a jovial mentor who knew the importance of keeping the atmosphere light. Anecdotes of his lessons often include moments of laughter and joy. For instance, when a student played a piece perfectly, Mozart would jokingly ask, "And who composed this? It must be a genius." His humor was not just for amusement, it was a strategic tool to make learning enjoyable and memorable. His relationship with his students was more than just a conventional teacher-student dynamic. He was their mentor, their confidant, their friend. He instilled in them a love for music, nurtured their talents, and guided them on their journey towards musical greatness. He saw potential in every student and worked tirelessly to help them realize it. Mozart's teaching style was unconventional, yes, but it was effective. His students didn't just learn to play music, they learned to understand it, to feel it, to live it. They didn't just become musicians, they became artists, interpreters of the language of music. Mozart was not just a teacher, but a mentor, guiding his students towards musical greatness. His legacy as a teacher is just as profound as his legacy as a composer. And that, my friends, is the mark of a true maestro. The students of Mozart were not just pupils, they were the torchbearers of his musical legacy. These were the individuals who, having been bestowed with the maestro's wisdom, would go on to shape the world of music in their own unique ways. Mozart, in his lifetime, had the privilege to mentor a diverse group of students. Each one was unique, bringing their own flair to the music they created under his guidance. Among these were the likes of Johann Nepomuk Hummel, a prodigious talent who, under Mozart's tutelage, would go on to become one of the finest piano virtuosos of his time. His compositions, though distinct in their own right, bore the undeniable influence of Mozart's style. Then there were individuals like Thomas Attwood, a name that might not ring as many bells as some of the other great composers. But Attwood's significance in the musical world is not to be overlooked. Having studied with Mozart in Vienna, He returned to his native England, where he would become a prominent figure in the world of British classical music, composing works for the church and the stage. And who could forget Franz Xaver Süssmayr, the man tasked with the monumental responsibility of completing Mozart's famed Requiem after the composer's untimely death. Süssmayr, a close friend and student of Mozart, was deeply influenced by the master's style and teachings, which is evident in his completion of the Requiem. Mozart's students were not just individuals who learned music under him, they were his extensions, the ones who carried his teachings, his style, and his legacy forward. They were the channels through which Mozart's influence permeated the world of music, long after he was gone. Each student, in their own way, echoed Mozart's teachings in their compositions, shaping and influencing generations of musicians to come. Through his students, Mozart's influence on music continued long after his own life ended. His teachings live on, not just in his own compositions, but also in the works of those who learned from him, reminding us of the timeless nature of his genius. Mozart's impact on music education goes beyond the students he personally tutored. This influential maestro has shaped the way we perceive, teach and learn music for centuries. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, a prodigy and virtuoso, was known for his innovative teaching methods. He believed in the power of creativity and the importance of understanding the fundamental principles of music. His teaching emphasized the development of a solid foundation in music theory, combined with the freedom to explore and experiment. This approach allowed his students to not only replicate, but also create their own compositions, fostering a deep and personal connection with the music. Mozart's influence on music education is also evident in his compositions. His works, renowned for their complexity and emotional depth, serve as a rich resource for music educators. They exemplify the range of musical forms, from symphonies and concertos to operas and chamber music. Each piece is a masterclass in the use of melody, harmony, rhythm, and dynamics. Teaching Mozart's compositions provides students with an understanding and appreciation of these essential elements of music. Furthermore, Mozart's approach to teaching was characterized by a profound respect for the individuality of his students. He recognized the unique strengths and weaknesses of each student, adapting his methods to their personal needs and abilities. This personalized approach to teaching, which is fundamental to modern pedagogy, was quite revolutionary at the time. Mozart's influence on music education extends beyond the classroom. His life and works continue to inspire countless musicians, composers, and educators around the world. His story, a tale of talent, passion, and perseverance, serves as a beacon for those seeking to navigate the challenging yet rewarding journey of music education. Even today, we continue to learn from the maestro Mozart. His legacy, a testament to the transformative power of music, challenges us to push the boundaries of education, to foster creativity, and to cultivate a lifelong love for music in our students. From a child prodigy to a renowned maestro, Mozart's journey is one of passion, dedication, and undeniable genius. As we journeyed through the life of Mozart, we discovered not only his incredible talent, but also his dedication to imparting that knowledge to others. His approach to teaching was as unique as his compositions, combining discipline with an appreciation for the joy and beauty of music. He nurtured his students, providing them with the tools they needed to express their own musical voices. Remember the tale of the young Mozart? A child prodigy, he was crafting symphonies while most children his age were learning to read. His early exposure to music, coupled with his natural talent, set the stage for a life dedicated to the art form. In the realm of education, Mozart was a maestro in more ways than one. His teaching style was innovative, favoring a holistic approach that encouraged students to understand music in its entirety rather than just mastering the notes. This philosophy is still prevalent today. Many music teachers adopt his methods, fostering creativity, encouraging improvisation, and promoting a deep understanding of music theory. Mozart's students were as diverse as his compositions, from aristocrats to commoners, each one a testament to his belief that music was for everyone. He was known to be patient, caring, and humorous, making his lessons an enjoyable experience. His students were not just pupils, they were extensions of his musical family. Of course, Mozart's influence on music education extends far beyond his students. His compositions continue to serve as teaching tools, illustrating the beauty of music in its purest form. His work has transcended centuries, inspiring countless musicians and teachers. Mozart may have left us centuries ago, but his musical legacy lives on through his compositions, his students, and the timeless lessons he left behind for all music lovers. As we conclude this journey, we're reminded of the profound impact one individual can have on the world. His life serves as a testament to the power of passion, dedication, and above all, music.